Inside the legendary NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, Stadium Championship Series East prepares for weekend number 2 of their 2024 touring season. On Monster Jam week number 3, we will get to see another new Max D body, and we will get to see the progressing timeline of the point standings with Max D, Gravedigger, and JCB Digatron all right up there towards the top. There is going to be a lot of shifting around in the point standings this weekend. Will Tyler Menninga pull away, or will one of the other drivers be able to catch up and make it an even tighter points race? Find out next on Monster Jam.
Hello everybody and welcome.
Hello everybody and welcome. Hello everybody and welcome.
Oh, boy! Wow! 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 Oh, yeah!
Hello everybody and welcome to another commentary. Today we are in Houston, Texas at NRG Stadium, such a legendary home to Monster Jam. Some incredible moments have happened in this stadium in the past, and today Stadium Championship Series East is ready to kick off week number 2 for them and week number 3 of the 2024 Monster Jam season. Last weekend was a wild one. Tyler Menninga was dominant, but Tom Meents and Max D, Tristan England, JCB Digatron, they were hanging in there. They're right up there towards the top of the pack entering this weekend. But man, it's going to take a lot to stop Tyler Menninga this year, and I'm not sure if anyone else can do it. But the big story every weekend, it's Tom Meents' farewell tour, his final season driving in Monster Jam. And obviously, that is drawing a lot of attention, and a lot of that is because he is going to be using a different body every single weekend. Last weekend, we got to see the beautiful split design of the Max D 20th anniversary body and the original Maximum Destruction body. Let's find out what he's got in store for us today. Ladies and gentlemen, the driver of the iconic Max D, the 14-time World Finals champion, Tom Meents. Here he comes onto the track, and there it is. The body for week number 2 is the original Maximum Destruction body. So cool, so special. It was only fitting. I thought he was going to whip it out week 1, but he whips it out in week 2, and it couldn't be any cooler. Now let's take a look at the remaining competitors that are here alongside Tom Meents. We have Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken making his 2024 debut. Matt Pagliarulo is here in the Rod Ryan Show. Such a beautiful truck. And we have a special guest this weekend, Charlie Pauken in the Lucas Stabilizer. No Lindsey Reed this week. Hopefully Pauken can do a good job. Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco, always a guy who's fun to watch out there on the track. After him, we have John Gordon. Bad Company was dealing with some EFI problems last weekend. Hopefully he's got those settled down this weekend. Cole Vennard, the Black Pearl, didn't do too much in week number 1. Hopefully that can turn around here in week number 2. Ryan Dishroom Shaker, what a weekend he had last weekend. So much fun in San Antonio. Todd the Duke, Megalodon, had a bit of a down weekend in San Antonio. Hopefully here he can change that in Houston. Bryce Kenny, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, fresh off of the move of the week last week, is here alongside Tristan England, the JCB Digatron. His second weekend in this truck, hoping to gain some ground on the point standings to this man, Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger, who was on a rail last week in San Antonio. We start off Monster Jam Racing with Charlie Pauken, the Lucas Stabilizer, against Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl. Charlie Pauken not used to this style of racing, so he might be at a bit of a disadvantage here in this race against Cole Vennard, who is now in his second weekend this year riding it and doing it all year last year as well. So far, Cole Vennard has a large lead. Pauken has a lot of ground to make up, and he's also in a completely different chassis than what he's used to, too. That really clearly hurt him a lot here in round number 1. He is knocked out. Cole Vennard and the Black Pearl is moving on to round number 2. Hopefully, Charlie Pauken can still have a pretty good rest of the event. Cole Vennard will head into round number 2, a 27.569. What we saw last week, if you're in that 26-second mark, you should be doing pretty well. In the near lane, Tyler Duke, Megalodon. The far lane, Ryan Disharoon Shaker, and he's got a new body this week. It's a new black body. I don't even know what it is. Haven't seen it until right now, so we'll get to see a little bit later in the skills and freestyle competitions what that body actually is. But it looks cool. He's getting up on the bicycle now. It's a close race, but Megalodon might be having some truck problems. He slowed down a lot in that turn. Shaker has a big lead through this final turn. I don't know what is going on with Todd the Duke, but he is not having a good race. He is down in round 1. Shaker is moving on, and a fast pass, 26.250. That is an insanely fast time. Well, we're going to have a bye run here in round 1 as Rod Ryan Show will get to race by himself because Max D couldn't make it to the line. A tough break. That's really a shame. I don't know why Max D wasn't able to come back, but Matt Pagliarulo here in the Rod Ryan Show just getting a feeler lap here on this track. Also not really known for his racing skills, so I'm sure he'll take advantage of the opportunity to get a nice bye run, get some extra points here coming out of round 1. This beautiful Rod Ryan Show flying across the line. We'll see Matt Pagliarulo back in round 2. 29 seconds, though. Not very fast. He's going to need to bump that up at least 2 full seconds if he wants a shot at winning racing tonight, because these two competitors are quite incredible. And this starts off round number 2 of Monster Jam Racing. Tristan England, JCB, Digatron, John Gordon, Bad Company. Bad Company got a bye run because of Kraken not being able to compete in round number 1. So we've got Kraken and Rod Ryan Show here. No Jester this weekend. I didn't mention that at any point in the event, quite frankly, because I didn't really realize it until right now. Tristan England has a bit of a lead entering into the final turn. John Gordon is going to have to make up some ground. Tristan England looking smooth, but John Gordon's made up the ground. They're dead even across the line. That was a much closer race than I thought it would be. England made no mistakes, and he had about a truck length lead. Across the line, Bad Company is your winner. He just came from behind out of nowhere. Both fast passes, but England somehow lost a little bit of speed there, and it cost him the race. Here comes Colvinar, the Black Pearl, taking on Jamie Garner. Overboard here in round number 2. These are 2 teammates, both members of Team Overboard. Colvinar, a little mistake there going around the paperclip. That's going to slow him down. Jamie Garner with a chance to beat his teammate. Pretty close going to this first jump. They hit it at the same time, and it seems like Black Pearl's made up the ground. He is ahead now in the final turn. Jamie Garner trying to pick up some speed, but it's not going to be enough. Black Pearl overpowers El Toro Loco, and that is a win for Colvinar. I think I was saying Overboard that entire run when referencing Jamie Garner, and if I did, it's just a habit. Our next race here in round number 2, Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger, Ryan Disharoon, Shaker. This should be a pretty good race. Ryan Disharoon was blazing fast in round number 1, and Tyler Menninga with his first race of the night opens the door for Shaker to get a possible upset here in round 2. Oh, but he clips the turning bump, and that's going to slow him down a lot. He has clipped it again. Gravedigger still in the lead. Man, Ryan Disharoon, all kinds of problems here in this race. It costs him a spot in the semifinals. That's where Gravedigger is headed with that victory. Oh my goodness, a 25-second pass, 25.839. That is unreal. That is our first sub-26 time. That is going to play tonight and all season. Our next race, Bryce Kenny, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, taking on Matt Pagliarulo in the Rod Ryan Show. Both of them had some problems in the paperclip, but the Rod Ryan Show with way bigger ones. Bryce Kenny coming off of a racing win in the Sunday event in San Antonio, looking for back-to-back, and right now he is just being able to cruise through this race. Matt Pagliarulo just a little far behind. He made up some ground at the end, but Mohawk Warrior wasn't really trying too hard towards the end there. A low 27-second time. That's not going to cut it in the end. He's going to need to pick up the pace a little bit. Here's John Gordon, Bad Company, taking on Colvinar, the Black Pearl. We are here now in the semifinals. John Gordon pulled out a masterpiece of a race, came back from being behind about a truck length and a half by just out-racing Tristan England. Going to be a lot tougher to come back from this one, though. He's a little bit further behind than he was in that last race, but maybe he can do it again. Colvinar around the corner with the lead and across the line with the win. He is going to the final round. Oh my, and Bad Company almost hit the wall, but thankfully able to save it and keep it on all fours. Black Pearl going to the final round of racing tonight. Not been the cleanest night of racing for Cole Vennard. He's going to need to tighten that up for the final round, but still a very fast time at 26.250. He'll take on the winner of this race between Gravedigger Tyler Menninga, Mohawk Warrior Bryce Kenny. Bryce Kenny coming off of the last racing win. Tyler Menninga hoping to grab one here. He's already won one this year. It's a pretty close race, but Gravedigger does have a lead entering the final turn. Both have plenty of speed in the final turn. Who's it going to be? Bryce Kenny got caught up on the side of his truck, and that costs him the race. Your winner is Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger. Bryce Kenny just got kicked up there in the corner, and that costs him a chance at defending that title. And another sub-26 second time for Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger. He has really found a fast groove in this track here in NRG Stadium, and here's our first competitor here in the final round of Monster Jam Racing. His opponent, a former Gravedigger driver, here representing the Black Pearl Monster Truck, Cole Vennard. Cole Vennard does not have a racing win this year. The winner of this race will get the first 12 points on the road to the overall event championship. Tyler Menninga just so fast tonight, and that is already a massive mistake for Cole Vennard. He got kicked up on the side, and that's going to open the door for an easy win tonight. Tyler Menninga might even lap him. He's barely even trying now. That's going to be a very easy win. Unfortunately, not going to have an exciting final round race here, as Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger will soar to a simple victory. Cole Vennard made a big mistake when he needed to be perfect in this race, and unfortunately for him, he will not be winning racing tonight. Tyler Menninga continuing his streak of dominance on this series. 3 events in, and he's already got a pretty large lead this weekend. Obviously not a fast time, but it didn't matter. He didn't need to have a fast time. He is going into skills with a pretty big lead. Leading off the skills challenge, we get to see Charlie Pauken again here in the Lucas Stabilizer. His first competition. Oh, he's really letting the horn go. Yeah, Charlie Pauken, his first Monster Jam event here in 2024. He's getting to fill in for Lindsay Reed, who's filling in for Cynthia Gauthier. Here we go. Yeah. The Honky Tonka and Charlie Pauken behind the wheel. Going for a bicycle. Pauken pretty good at the skills challenge. He's definitely above average, and that's why. Look at that bicycle. A nice long walk on that bicycle. Really was riding that thing out. Again, we also noticed that Lindsay Reed was having such trouble in this truck. She said it is such a differently built chassis. I have to imagine it's pretty similar for Charlie Pauken. Not going to be an easy truck to figure out. So far, though, he's got it working pretty well. A good stoppie following the bicycle. And now he's got a moonwalk going, too. So Charlie Pauken, not really many problems in skills, but not the perfect 2 moves. Still pretty good to start us off here tonight in Houston. It's a 7.010. Look at that fresh headshot for Charlie Pauken on the screen. That's really cool. Here comes Todd LeDuc, Megalodon. Now, I don't know for a fact, but it seemed like there might have been something wrong with his truck in racing. Hopefully, it's all working fine here for skills. He's also working a bicycle. Charlie Pauken did the same thing. Oh, he got it into the moonwalk! Our first bicycle to moonwalk of 2024. It wasn't a perfectly executed one, but it was still a good one and definitely a step above what Pauken was able to do. Going for another bicycle here, keeping it riding. Flexing it again on one wheel now, and he's got it in the moonwalk again! A fantastic move that time for Todd LeDuc, and that one will certainly put an exclamation point on a great skills run. He needs to beat a 7.010. I'd have to imagine he will. That was a fantastic run. I'm looking high 8s here. All right, 8.749. That is exactly what I would have given it. Maybe an 8.8, but fantastic number. Now we get Tom Meents and Max D. The first time we're getting to see this truck performing. This isn't Max D. This is Tom Meents, Maximum Destruction. And that's how he's going to be referred to all night long, because this is the Maximum Destruction truck. Too bad he didn't get to compete in racing. You know Tom Meents really wanted to grab a win here tonight in NRG Stadium. He still could do so tomorrow in the Sunday night event. Going for the Maximum Moonwalk. Didn't really nail it too well on Saturday in San Antonio. Figured it out on Sunday, and I see that he's got to figure it out now. He just needed to get out those cobwebs, figure out how to do the Maximum Moonwalk. Look at that beautiful truck from the top. That is just pixel by pixel the exact same truck. It is so cool. But it does have the 14-time World Finals champion on the top. You've got the Tom Mensa meter. You've got the face in the back. You know what? I wasn't even paying attention to the move. So cool to observe the Maximum Destruction truck again. I am just beaming. I'm smiling ear to ear getting to see this truck. Now he's going to go for the hoppy stoppy. Oh boy! Not well executed there, though. He couldn't get it on the front two wheels. It kind of put all the weight on the front right, and it set him down. So Tom Meents, Maximum Destruction, might not be able to take the lead, and he won't. Maximum Destruction will settle for an 8.194. Tom Meents, not a great start to the day here in NRG Stadium, but I don't care. I'm just happy to see that truck back. Now we get to see Ryan Disharoon Shaker in this new body. Oh yeah, looks like he got a new sponsorship for the week, the Turtle Box Shaker. That's interesting. I wonder if that's going to continue or if that was just a one-week thing. Or maybe he's going to be changing the body every weekend. I don't know. Obviously, some of these independent trucks get some local sponsorships. Little stoppy there from Shaker, not much. That's kind of what we see with the Ron Ryan Show. You know, the independent bodies, or the independent trucks run the Ron Ryan Show. It's kind of like a local sponsorship, and I'd have to imagine similar to what we've got here. Walking the moonwalk backwards, not a big hit. It's also similar, I guess, you could compare to what Jamie Garner would have when he would run the steps overboard. So I guess that's kind of what was going on here, but didn't really work for him in skills. It's a 4.514, so the new body certainly not translating to more points. Now we get to see Mike Pagliarulo in Kraken. I don't know why. What? The website says it's Nick Pagliarulo. Why is that? The website's lying, so I apologize for the entire night that I've been saying it's Nick Pagliarulo. It's Michael Pagliarulo. The website says that it's Nick. I don't know what the heck they're doing. Somehow they got that wrong. That's embarrassing. Well, as a matter of fact, it is Michael Pagliarulo here in Kraken. The truck's been shut off. It's actually shut itself off. If you look in the cab, you can see the red light there. That is the remote ignition interrupter light. The remote ignition interrupter is a kill switch that the technicians can use as a way to shut a truck off if it's getting a little bit too dangerously close to a boundary or something like that. This truck is really having problems, though. You could hear it when it was running. A lot of things wrong with it. So, didn't need to use the remote ignition interrupter there. The truck itself just was like, no, this is not happening. Whatever is wrong with that truck is really, really problematic. Hopefully that thing can come back. And Michael Pagliarulo, who apparently is Michael Pagliarulo and not Nick, as the website says, can freestyle. Here's Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Kind of forgot about him because he got knocked out so early in racing tonight. Good to see him out here in skills. Moonwalking it back. Can he combo it? Of course he can. Oh yeah, sitting it on the rear there. Scooping the monster. I mean, oh yeah, the classic Tristan England waving to the ceiling with the front tires. That is Tristan England's signature move there. He ain't done yet. This is still one move, and now he's going to set it down. That was spectacular. Going for attempt number 2 here. See if Tristan can execute this one as well as he did the first. Now he's turning the rear wheels, using that rear steer to kind of wave to the fans. Moonwalking it. He couldn't get enough speed up the ramp. Ooh, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Thankfully, he didn't push it, but I'd let him score. Oh, yeah. Hi, Tristan. All right, that's the end of his run. A solid run there. I think that should take the lead. The score to beat 8.749 for Megalodon. The score coming in for the JCB Digatron. It is enough. Not by much, but it is enough. An 8.972. The fans not really overly impressed here in skills so far, which is quite interesting. We'll see if that changes with our next competitor, Jamie Garner in El Toro Loco. Man who's known to do the donut here in this skills challenge instead of the 2 moves on 2 wheels, but I don't think he's going to do that today. Going for a reverse popper. Oh, he couldn't get it in gear, but somehow he managed to turn it into that. The truck barely had any kick at all. He was maybe an inch off the ground. He somehow turned that into a very good move. That was great. Good for Jamie Garner. He's now going to pop it on the front 2 wheels here into a stoppy, and that is his 2 hits. Unfortunately, that second move not going to really help him out much in the scoring. That'll bring up John Gordon. Bad company. After last weekend, man, just so the utter rave reviews for this body from my parents watching the commentary, incredible. And I have to agree, this body is absolutely gorgeous. This thing belongs in a museum. Got it onto the bicycle, but not much more than that. That was not a very impressive first move, but that bicycle is so hard to execute perfectly. That's why not many drivers try it. John Gordon loves to try him, but it's a very high-risk, high-reward kind of move. Got it into the stoppie off of the step-up, but didn't get too much kick off of it after he put it in reverse. 2 kind of disappointing hits for bad company, which will send us into the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Trying to moonwalk it, but can't. That'll be 2 hits if he comboed it. Thankfully, he didn't. That's also kind of 2 hits right there. That's the end of his run. That was very weird editing by Wayne there, but I guess kind of cutting to the chase. Oh, and moving around the stadium here, we have Matt Pagliarulo and the Rod Ryan Show. He's now going for a reverse popper. Man, we're zipping through now. I wasn't prepared for this. All right. I really wasn't ready for that. Here's Cole Bernard and the Black Pearl. He's throwing it into the reverse popper. A solid walk over the racing lane. We're going to get another quick cut. All right. 5.047. Here's Tyler Menninger. Gravedigger. Wow, we are zipping through. I guess Wayne's trying to get to another spot because he moved really quickly there. That was interesting. He's going for a bicycle. Ooh, he just saved it from falling down, but he can't that time. Does that count as a combo? What? That was a weird hit. I guess that's all one move. He's got 1 move left. Oh no, he couldn't get anything out of it. That's going to hurt him. I mean, Tristan England still in the hot seat. That can't be enough. Yeah, 8.222. So that means that Tristan England, the JCB Digatron, with his first Stadium Series win, the first competition win in JCB Digatron history. Heck yeah, what a cool moment for Tristan England. I'm sure he's feeling good about that. Let's listen to what he has to say, and then we've got a message from me.
It just feels really good. It's tough. It's a tough competition. There's so many other great competitor athletes out here, and we just got it done. 2-wheel skills is what I've been known for. If anybody has ever seen the legendary Earthshaker, man, we wheeled that thing for 7 great years, but right here, I got the first ever W for JCB right here in Houston. Monk JCB's in the house. Thank you guys for all the equipment. It's beautiful. And hey, we got to close out the night with a wild freestyle, but just like everybody's been saying all night, the louder you guys get, the bigger and crazier we're going to go.
And Tristan, we have plenty more Monster Jam action for all of your fans. Like you said, this place will go down in Monster Jam history. Could we potentially see it twice and see you take that freestyle win?
I'm going to tell you right now, the one thing that has got me on the edge is I got some great support system right here. My fiance, my kid, my parents, my cousins, everybody's here. And I'm going to drive this truck further into the ground than Gravedigger. But Houston, you got to do your job and you got to get loud!
Do you want to get early access to every single video that I post here on this channel? Well, you can. If you join today and become a member of the Arizona Motorsports Junkie Early Access Fan Club, you can get access instantly to every single video that I post. Skip the lines, watch commentaries 2 to 3 days in advance. You can join today by clicking the link in the description or by clicking the little join button at the top of my home screen. Head on over and join today. All right, it is time for Monster Jam Freestyle here in Houston, Texas. NRG Stadium ready to go, and Todd LeDuc is our leadoff driver here in freestyle. I mean, that is a big competitor to start things off. He is off with a little weird bump. Again, I said the truck didn't sound too right in racing. You couldn't really tell in skills if it was okay or not. Maybe some transmission issues. And the way it's sounding right now doesn't look like the truck is really functioning too well. Certainly seems like something either motor or transmission is just not functioning right. It's probably why LeDuc is coming out so early. They figure, get me out there early. I'm not going to be able to throw down a good freestyle. I don't want to be letting people down. Man, we're just getting highlights of the road too. Wayne cutting out part of it. Yeah, something is really wrong with that truck, but Tom the Duke's going to do whatever he can. Throw it into a stoppie. Might as well, if you got a hurt transmission, you could still do something like a stoppie pretty well, get a little bit of points. I mean, he's still hunting a series championship here. He's still trying to get as many points as he can, but with a broken truck, you really can't do much. Wants to come out here in freestyle, get a couple of points. The best way to do that by doing what is easiest by still only having maybe first gear. Yeah, he is barely even hitting anything, and now the truck is just going into a stoppie. I thought he was shutting it down. He wasn't. He was lining up for another stoppie, so he's just basically going to turn this thing into a two-wheel skills run. Oh, yeah, going to get a bicycle out of nowhere? Can he get a save out of it? No, the transmission's not going to allow him. Thankfully, they didn't shut him off, though. They let him try, but the truck just wouldn't quite do it. 7.846, though. That's a really respectable number, considering that he really wasn't doing much of anything except for those two stoppies, so I'm sure he's okay with that. They're going to hopefully get that truck all fixed up and ready to go for tomorrow night. Now Tom Meents and Max D. Another weird situation having Tom Meents coming out early in freestyle, but again, it's the reverse order of how you placed in last week's freestyle competition. Tom Meents didn't place too well, and he's coming out second. So we have Tom Meents and Tom the Duke coming out first and second. 16 World Finals Championships between the top two competitors in freestyle. The first two competitors in freestyle. I mean, kind of like a reverse freestyle order here. You might as well just throw Tyler Menninger out next and start with a bang. Tom Meents, Maximum Destruction, ready to get his 2 minutes on the clock. There he goes. Tom Meents had some big moments in this stadium, so who knows what Tom Meents has got cooked up. He's been to Houston so many times before. Nice leap. If I know one thing about Tom Meents, and he said it, he's going to go bigger every week. I'm going to hold him to it. Oh no! He's up on the sidewalls! Can he save it? Tom! Maximum Destruction with an incredible save! He threw it back to 2007 with that one! And it came from utterly nowhere! That is goosebumps inducing. Seeing the Maximum Destruction body, and he kicks a truck on the sideline? Did Tom Meents come out of a time machine today? Hitting it off the racing lane, and a hoppy stoppie? Tom Meents has got me fired up right now. Run it all out this year. Tom Meents is going to have a phenomenal season, and I'm here to enjoy every single second of it. It's only the third event, and I have enjoyed everything that this could possibly be. Now he's sending it into the center of the track. He's come out of time left. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe this freestyle from Tom Meents. This is, I mean, he doesn't have the speed and the momentum he used to have, but the wow moments, I mean, this is Maximum Destruction right here. He is whipping it all out. So exciting. I have not stopped smiling throughout this entire freestyle. Going for the backflip now. Lands that one too. Man, that truck just looks so good. It looks so cool. I'm so happy to see it back. And a sky wheelie. Tom gonna line up to send it to end the run? You betcha! Oh my God! Maximum Destruction all over the place. What a finish! What a freestyle! The fans are on their feet to give the professor, the legendary 14-time World Finals champion, a standing ovation. It's a 9.809, and Tom Meents is here to play in 2024. What a run! Unbelievable. That was spectacular. That was early contender for freestyle of the week right there. And move of the week. I mean, wow. I'm going to have to go and watch that one again. You know what? Instead of watching it again, let's all watch it together. I mean, the spectacular save, that was an iconic Maximum Destruction save, without question. Then he threw it into the hoppy stoppie, which we all know I love. I mean, this thing is Tom Meents' signature move. The only man who can do it with the front engine truck. It is absolutely spectacular. And then he just ended it with the biggest air of the year. That was shades of the 2018 Encore in the Black Max D. That was spectacular. So we resume again with Michael Pagliarulo in Kraken. Not Nick Pagliarulo, as I said in the intro, and as the Monster Jam website says. Just frustrating. Big air, though. Michael Pagliarulo leaping into the track to start it off. I'm really frustrated because I went back and I even changed the intro because I thought it was Michael Pagliarulo. Then I looked at the website and it said it wasn't, so I changed it back. I had to redo the open, and then I'm not going to bother redoing it again because they were wrong. Weird hit, though. I like the way that they did that. They turned that second racing bump into a little bit of a ramp, so you can hit it from that way. It allows you to get a little bit more options on this track. Certainly looking much more comfortable this week, and the truck seems to be working well now after a lot of problems in the first two competitions today. So clearly Michael Pagliarulo feeling a lot more comfortable here in this truck this week. And I like to see that. He's a young driver. It's good to see him out here and really rocking and rolling. Also doing it despite all the truck problems that he had in the first two competitions. Didn't even compete in racing. Had a really horrible skills challenge because of the truck. The truck running just fine here in freestyle. Nice jump over the racing lane. Not much time left in the run. It's going to be basically impossible to beat Tom Meents, but a big leap like that certainly will help his scores, but he didn't lock a planetary, but he just broke an axle in that back left wheel. And he's going to call it right there. He's okay with it a little bit. He's like, man, this damn truck is really just not giving me an inch. Holy cow. Well, let's find out the score there for that run. I don't think it's really going to matter at the end of the day. Nothing's going to beat what Tom Meents did. Here we go. Kraken is not... It's not on there. Kraken's score is not on the website. So that's great. Man, they just screwed that all up, didn't they? Great heavens. Here's Matt Pagliarulo, the Rod Ryan Show. Oh, a weird hit there. That kind of twisted the truck around. I wonder if he's having some rear steer problems. No, it seems to be fine. It's just strange to see the rear steer kind of turn in like that on a landing. It really shouldn't be happening. The fans waving to him as he goes by. All right. That's pretty interesting use of the track there, but I like it. Could you imagine a Matt Pagliarulo backflip in this thing? That would be spectacular. Matt Pagliarulo hasn't backflipped in like years, I don't think. I know he's done it before. Look at all the bubbles on in front of us. That's funny. Not really doing too much though. This is really just kind of a lackluster freestyle. Really nothing happening. I wonder if his truck's having some problems too. It's making some popping noises. Oh! Ooh! Ooh! He might have just blew a motor right there. Look, Wayne getting some shots of the hosts.
5.177.
Thanks, Wayne, for reading out the score. 5.177. Oh, look, Keaton's interviewing Nick Pagliarulo's crew chief. Look at Tom the Duke photobombing. Todd, you're hilarious. Here's Sean Gordon, Bad Company. Man, what a weird freestyle we've had so far. Tom the Duke's truck was horrible because the truck's just having problems. He did whatever he could. Tom Meents had the most legendary freestyle I've seen in a long time. And then we had Kraken that freestyled. The score wasn't on the Monster Jam website for whatever reason. Then Matt Pagliarulo, the Rod Ryan Show, really didn't do much of anything. And now here's Sean Gordon. He's going to hopefully turn things around in the positive direction. We've only had really only one freestyle's not been bad, really. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. Kraken had a pretty good run. Truck gave out on him towards the end. Nice jump over that racing lane for John Gordon. He really has not gotten it into gear yet this season. He didn't really do too much in San Antonio. Hopefully Houston can kind of turn things around. I said it last week, but I'll repeat it again because it's certainly worth noting that he mentioned it last week. The new electronic fuel injection system that the drivers, wow, big air, the drivers needed to put onto their trucks that Feld mandated the independents have, was causing a lot of problems for some of those guys that had never really ran with it before, and it was causing the truck to shut off when the fuel would slosh around in the fuel cells. So it's really just an ongoing problem that he had last weekend that he needed to figure out, needed to assess, and hopefully got resolved for this weekend. Certainly a bit of a better freestyle here. Nice combo there. But he definitely has a lot more in the tank. The freestyles we've seen from John Gordon this year are certainly not standard for John Gordon. He will have some burners as the year goes along. He is such a good freestyler. It's only a matter of time. Is he going for the mini flip? Oh yeah, big air on the 8-pack. And he lands it very cleanly. First driver on this series to do it, and he's getting a little bicycle out of it. John Gordon loves to hit that 8-pack backflip. That is one of his signature moves. And now sending it across the track. A nice transfer into the middle. And he's going to plant her right there on top of the backflip. What a run from John Gordon and Bad Company. Well, it seems as if he got those problems fixed from last weekend because the truck is working just fine right now. It's an 8.725, and I'm sure he will take that. Second place currently for Bad Company will bring up Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Look at him. He's going to breathe some smoke into Gravedigger's face. A little taunting. Tyler Bennigan giving him a good thumbs up. Garner backing up for his first hit here. Here we go. Jamie Garner getting some nice air to start off. I got to see Jamie Garner compete here in Houston 3 years ago now in 2021. On the first Monster Jam Tour back from COVID, he was driving overboard and he had a spectacular freestyle to lead it off in the first event of the day. It was a 2-event day. Pretty wild. Nice air. It was I think it was a 1 o'clock show and a 7 o'clock show, and that was so wild. I mean, a 2-event stadium day was insane. Nice combo up right there. Jamie Garner, always an above-average freestyler. You really never know what you're going to get in freestyle. You're either going to get a really exciting run, or you're going to get a pretty standard average textbook freestyle. Not a winning run, but like a solid 7. That's really how I describe Jamie Garner's freestyling. This is pretty much living up to that. I'd say if you had to take an average of all of Jamie Garner's freestyle scores, it's probably like a 7.3. So that's not bad. That's definitely respectable, but he's not going to go out there and rip out some 9.5s every weekend. But a nice leap right there to help try and increase his scores. Now he's going to turn around and hit it from the other way. Comboing it up too. Well, not much towards the end of this run, though. Really nothing else going on. I'd love to see him throw in a backflip. He has not done one yet this year. He still has a little bit of time left, but he's not going to do a backflip there. Going to head to the racing lane. Maybe some truck problems for him, too. The motor doesn't sound too good. Yeah, the truck doesn't sound really the same as it did at the beginning of the run. Maybe a little bit of sputtering going on there. I don't know. Very weird. Couple truck problems this Houston event. 6.987 for El Toro Loco. We'll bring out Ryan Disharoon. Shaker. Ryan Disharoon out there whipping a slap wheelie. Good to see Ryan Disharoon out here freestyling. He had a killer freestyle in the second San Antonio event. Obviously it couldn't have taken freestyle of the week, but definitely in the top 10 freestyles of the week. It was a really, really good, very good run. And I mean, considering that there's 48 freestyles a week at the stadium level, give or take, well, take away a couple if a few don't get to compete, but being in the top 10 is pretty good. He had a lot of speed, a lot of momentum. Ooh, a hard casing in there. Oh, no. All right. Thankfully, that ramp was angled right where he landed, so he was able to kind of bounce it back on all fours without needing to do much. Nice jump, too. Big air. Got some good height on it. Flying back over the racing lane. Man who was known as Flying Ryan. Used to say that on the door of his truck. It would say Flying Ryan. Might still say it, to be fair. I really don't know. I didn't look at it last week. I mean, I do have a picture of the truck. Why don't I look? He's going for the backflip in the meantime while I do that. Little short on it. Nose dives it in. Can he get a save out of it? Oh no! The truck wouldn't start spinning the wheels. He hit the gas and it wouldn't get the kick. No grip on him there. Tough. 8.045. I mean, it was still a really good run. Here's Charlie Pauken, the Lucas Stabilizer. Well, the Shaker body last week in San Antonio did not have anything on the doors, so we'll have to find out another day. Charlie Pauken, Lucas Stabilizer. This is a World Finals Freestyle champion on the track right now. Don't you forget it. 2010 World Finals Freestyle champion in the Monster Mutt truck. This is a historic Monster Jam driver. Nice leap. Oh no! The truck on the sidewalls. Can he bounce it on the back on all fours? Yeah, he can! He bounced it from one side to the other and bounced it back on all fours. That was a good move. We're at a point now where nobody's going to beat Tom Meents tonight. And I'm totally fine with that. He deserves to win, and I'd be upset if anyone beat him. So that score was really fitting for what he got. I'm totally fine with that. For once, a 9.8 is totally okay. Normally, I'm not a big fan of giving out high scores like that. Tom Meents deserved it. Ooh, almost lost it, but that's a professional driver right there. That is probably a 30-year veteran in monster trucks now. Charlie Pauken keeping that truck under control. Now he's going to fly over into the center of the track. Comboing it right up. Former Gravedigger driver, too. So this man has the skill, but he's also, I mean, he's really not driving too consistently much anymore either. So you have to keep that in mind, that he's not the driver he once was. A nice slap wheelie, though. Oh, he's going for the backflip. Look at Charlie Pauken. Nice air on that backflip. It puts him on the rear wheels, and the truck just overdoes it. Man, he got an unlucky bounce on that landing. Too bad, and it's an 8.434. It's time for Gravedigger to freestyle. Tyler Menninga out here ready to run. Huge air. Wow. Big leap to start, announcing his presence here in NRG Stadium. Only a couple trucks left to go. Digatron, Mohawk Warrior. But all eyes are always on this truck when it's on the track. Not only because it's Gravedigger, but Tyler Menninga is the driver. And man, this man knows how to pilot a monster truck. Oh, Colvinard still has to go. Big leap. His door is flopped over. Oh, he lost the door. That's an expensive piece of memorabilia right there sitting on the track. Nice leap, using the step up for some big air. The truck shut itself off. The light was not blinking in the cab, so just something wrong with the truck there. Hopefully that doesn't continue to be a problem. Sometimes that can be a sign of a lingering electronic or an electrical issue. Oh, a nice combo! I knew that was coming. You saw he was going to put that into a bicycle from a mile away. Oh, and he's going to go from one side to the other. Of course, he's just posing. He's posing. He almost threw that in a reverse bicycle. I would have lost my mind if he did that. Now I think he's going to turn her around, head to the backflip. Nice backflip. Got it into the moonwalk a little bit, just a little. Jumped right over his own door. Bicycling again on the right side. All right. And going from one move to the next, combo into a sky wheelie. Oh, he broke the rear tie rod on the landing. That's going to finish it off for Gravedigger. That was a really good run, but unfortunately it is not going to be able to really nail it. Yeah, we're getting ourselves a good front row seat to the hosts.
9.473 for Tyler.
Thanks, Wayne. Appreciate it. 9.473 for Tyler. We'll put him in second place. It was a good run. I mean, I have no problem with that. Pretty solid score, too. Tom Menstow still in the top spot. Here comes Bryce Kenny, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. And you might remember last weekend, Bryce Kenny had the craziest move I've seen in years. Oh, I forgot who said it. I got to go find that quote or the comment. Somebody left an incredible comment on that move, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what we need to call that. And I need to credit him for it because it was the perfect name for what it was. Nice jump. Really just kind of moseying around, trying to find his rhythm here. Man, where is it? I don't know where it is. I can't find it. Nice air! Oh my gosh! That was a big old leap. Very big old leap. Oh, I found it. I found it. Here it is. Aloha Masked SFHC. Thank you for this comment. Gave me a good laugh. I dubbed thee the Mohawk Twist. Perfect. So glad that I got that. Oh yeah, look at him comboing it into the stoppie too. Bryce Kenny is really developed into a great freestyler over the years. I want to take a second to mention that. And another huge leap. He is a real competitor to win every freestyle. I love that. I mean, there was a time where people really thought that Bryce Kenny couldn't freestyle. And I want to say to all those haters, look what you did to this man, because he has turned into a fantastic freestyler. And a good backflip there, too. He might have tried to put that into a moonwalk, but he couldn't shift it in reverse in time. Could he be lining up for some big air here? Yes, he is. It throws the truck into a weird bounce. Spinning it around. Can he get the save? No, the truck just smashed itself in there at the end. Whew, that was almost the greatest save of the night. And I mean, Tom has had himself some wow moments, but Bryce Kenny almost stole the show with that one. Cole Vennard and the Black Pearl is out here running now. Cole Vennard representing the truck from the high seas. The man who likes to call himself a pirate because he only has one leg. He's got a prosthetic leg on that right leg, which means that he's hitting the gas with a prosthetic leg. And he's a pretty damn good Monster Jam driver too, which is wild to think about. The dude is one of the best drivers in the sport. He's only got one leg. I mean, this dude defies all kinds of criticism that can be thrown his way for not being able to do it. He said, yes, I can. Such a great story for Cole Vennard after that tragic accident that happened probably over a decade ago now. Yeah, well over a decade ago. Nice combo. Probably been 15 years since that happened. Man, Cole Vennard turned it around and turned himself into a Monster Jam driver, something he always dreamed of. That accident maybe made him think he couldn't, but he is out here proving that he can. Big air. Oh boy, got kicked up, but he saved it. Little bicycle. Still got a lot of time left too. I'd like to see him get a big wow moment. Look at that. He's tearing it up. This is another former Gravedigger driver too. Both him and Charlie Pauken, two former Gravedigger drivers out here going for the backflip ramp. Big air on it too, and he's all right. Truck had a bit of a weird bounce, but it's okay. he's going to set it right there to finish off his freestyle. Pretty good run. I'd have liked to see a little bit more. Man, we are really getting ourselves some front row action to the hosting here today. This is great. It's an 8.212 for Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl, and that is not the score he would have loved to get, but NRG Stadium still got another event tomorrow. Take a look at the freestyle leaderboard. Max D still at the top spot. Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger sitting in second, a long ways away, and then behind him we've got John Gordon, Bad Company. Those top three, pretty solid, but Tom Meents has such a strong number up there at the top. It's going to be really hard to beat. Your next freestyler, Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Tristan England hitting the jammer to start off his run, and a nice slap wheelie. Tristan England had a much better freestyle last weekend on Sunday than he did on Saturday. Not that his Saturday run was bad, but it lacked some real oomph in the freestyle. Sunday, though, he delivered at a really good run, and I still think he was maybe only going at about 85%. I know that Tristan England can really tear it up. Maybe today he'll get it closer to 100. No, we didn't combo it. I thought he was for sure going to combo that truck right there, but he didn't. The JCB Digatron already won its first competition of its life in the Skills Challenge today. It's now, I think it's the final competitor in freestyle. I'm not going to assume anything, though. Nice jump over the racing lane. I'm never going to assume that he's the final competitor anymore. I did that like twice last weekend and was wrong, so not going to do it. Oh my, that was a weird landing. Came up just a little bit short. Here we go, Tristan England going for the backflip. No hesitation. Comes up a little bit short. It bounces the truck over and not in a savable way either. Oh, that is a frustrating finish. Really didn't do anything in the freestyle either, so he's probably not going to get a really good score at all. Maybe like a 7.8. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. 7.870, and that is too bad because Tristan England really needs those points, but it doesn't matter. Your freestyle winner is Tom Meents in Max D, and that is superb. Keaton Stewart running out there onto the track. Keaton, take it away. Let's hear what Tom Meents has to say. Man, a bit of a heartfelt moment there from Tom Meents. I don't think anyone was anticipating it. Throwing it. Shout out to his cousin Rob, who passed away this week. That's a really sad news in Tom Meents. Man, what an emotional moment that had to be for him to grab that win for his cousin Rob. You know that he is feeling good about that. And he was able to take it home with a really legendary freestyle. Let's find out who your overall event champion tonight is. He finished second in freestyle. It's Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger. He is back at it again. One racing, finished third in skills and second in freestyle. I mean, what can't this man do? He is just on a roll in 2024, and doesn't seem like anything's going to slow him down anytime soon. That's going to do it for the commentary today. What a great event in Houston. I mean, really the star of the show was Tom Meents. And this tour is going to be the Tom Meents Tour. It's the farewell tour, his final year driving in competition. And man, what a better way to start. He's already won a freestyle, he's already won 2 freestyles, and he's had an iconic, legendary Maximum Destruction freestyle tonight. What a great way to end off night 1 and the first commentary of the weekend here in week 3. Let's take a look at what's to come on the channel. There you have it, your upcoming commentary schedule. We now go to Anaheim tomorrow night, Angel Stadium. We go to Stadium Championship Series West for their 3rd weekend, and then we'll come right back to Houston and then back to Anaheim for the Sunday events before we get back out on the road again next weekend. So we've got a long weekend ahead of us, our 2nd full weekend of commentaries here on the channel in 2024. Off to a great start here in Houston. Let's see how Anaheim is tomorrow night. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.